Every Indian football fan must have felt the stones under their feet and walls around them sweat in anticipation because it is Kickstart Football Club versus Sethu Madurai, the 47th match of the Hero Indian Women's League and also the Southern Derby in its 6th year. And there will be superlatives about this game for sure. And Chauba Devi making no changes to the team which beat Celtic Queens in the previous encounter. And Linthoi pulled off a stunning save, so she is the obvious pick. But as it so happens in football, it is the attackers who will probably take away the plaudits tonight. And Elizabeth continues her rich vein of form from last season, and she is up against her former side, and she will release the big stage once again, along with the supporting cast of Saru Limbu and Devneta Roy. Sonia Marak, Sushmita Lepcha and Babita Devi are the options available for Kickstart today on the bench. And now over to the side from Tamil Nadu, Sethu Madurai, and they have made only one change and are coming on the back of a 5-0 thumping victory over CRPF. Their defense has a big task on hand tonight, and they have faced a total of 4 shots in which it has made it easy to keep clean sheets. And Priyanka Devi has done well in her advanced role, and she is their biggest creative force apart from Apurna Nursery. And Misha Bhandari, Sunita Munda and Evie Faith are the biggest threats available on the bench for Sethu Madurai. And apart from Priyanka, Apurna Nursery, of course, the attacker who can pull out trick after trick from her bag, and Kajol's power and Dalima's crossing are always to score. Sethu have 25 this season and tonight demands more. And Chauba Devi has already lost a game. The first game ended 1-0 in Eastern Sporting Union's favour, a result that helped their strong start. And of course, Saru Limbu, who has tasted incredible success in a short span of time in India. And these are the games that are remembered forever. And having already scored in the big one, the Nepalese will want to relive the feeling once more. While everything has gone according to the plan, a win today, of course, spurred on by Kajol D'Souza, will be very welcome, as she had to learn to carry this kind of pressure on her shoulder, which can drop, but only drop to beat defenders. Metaphorically, Sethu Madurai must stand tall. A man as firm and staunch in his ways like Joseph Nayak, and of course Chauba Devi from the sideline will also forgive superstition. A win will help Sethu Madurai to consolidate their top spot, and if Kickstart manages a victory, a good chance for them to go level on points with Sethu Madurai, and that will also open the door for Odisha FC and given them an outside chance of finishing on top of Group B. Churchill brothers, much to the surprise of the Goan fans, have defeated Lords FA by 3-1 in the first game of the day, and CRPF losing by a solitary goal to Eastern Sporting Union, thanks to Parameshwari Idam with the strike. And so Surat Bhai Patel and Kalika Singh are today's guest for the handshake, both of them member of the Gujarat Football Association. Sethu Madurai on top with 15 points from 5 matches, a handsome goal difference of plus 23. And Odisha FC just 3 points behind them, and Kickstart and Odisha are both on equal number of points. Only the goal difference separating the two teams, even Eastern Sporting Union. So 3 teams in Group B are locked at 12 points. Both the teams in fact coming on the back of a 5-0 win in their previous encounters respectively, will be high in confidence, and a golden chance of a Kickstart Football Club to leapfrog Odisha FC and occupy the second spot at least, even though a victory will take them level on points with Sethu Madurai if they manages to win this game by a margin of at least 3 goals. The Bangalore-based Kickstart FC to become a behind-the-scenes supporters of the players by providing the necessary equipments and resources required for improving their training process to further hone their skills and enhance their overall performance on the field. And most of the players in the team hail from humble backgrounds, and with many being from underprivileged sections, which sometimes becomes a deterrent to their following their passion for the game. And well, the referee for today's game is Snigdha Mondal. She is in charge of this big game. Sujata Palit and Debala Ilangbam are the assistants. The two skippers, Dalima Chibar and Angela Subba, looks ready for the big clash. So turn up the volume, arrange yourselves and embrace the anticipation. A deep breath like Linthoi, Elizabeth and Sarulimbu, ready for the hopeless ground of the cry of delight. Arrange yourselves because Kickstart have walked out, still kicking the dust off their heels from the recent improvement in form, which has seen return to goals and assists for their attackers. And down there one can smell the charge as these two teams rub shoulders together like the burnt insulation waiting to be sparked into life. For that, Sethu Madurai have been their usual self, relentless into their march towards the Hero Indian Women's League title. They are also looking down at their opponents today from the top of the table, making their present and their future look so much like their glorious past. The Southerners, forever seeking, forever prepared. And just like Kajol D'Souza, whose luck with goals and assists have rubbed off on results, and anytime she does score in a game for Sethu, they do not lose. And Joseph Naik is too much of a realist, even he will forgive a reference to a trend like that. And his fluid system today has the ability to go 3 at the back or 4, depending on what the potent Priyanka can offer in midfield. There are too many stories and statistics, too many anecdotes which could mean this or that, too many shapes to describe, too many flavors in the air, half colors of green and white and pink, and too many emotions. But there is one thing we can tell you: this is the Southern Derby in the Hero Indian Women's League. It is the anchor point which helps us to cling onto the Indian football dreams. A shot on the half volley, where the flag immediately went up. It was Kickstart looking to leave an early impression in the game. The Sethu Madurai defense got to be wary of the pace that the likes of Bibicha Devi and Kavya generates down the wings. This is Priyanka in a slightly deeper role alongside the Kenyan Dorcas Sikobe. And now Priyanka Devi, 9 goals in 11 appearances for Indian Arrows last year. But here is the high press from Kickstart, and an open chance for the number 99 Kavya and Angela. Confident goalkeeping from the Nepalese international. And here is Chauba Devi. She won the Manipur League with Kripsa and was runners-up in the 2019-20 season of the Hero Indian Women's League. Joined Kickstart this season and helped them to win the Karnataka Women's League. The two sides have both had a positive campaign so far, where the Tamil Nadu-based Sethu Madurai are placed on top of the table with 15 points, and Kickstart find themselves right below them with 12 points. And Joseph Naik, a very young and passionate coach, managed the under-18 Round Glass Punjab side and also part of the Round Glass Punjab reserve team as well. Last season he joined Modern Sporting as an assistant coach. An assisted the Russian Andrei Chernisov. Sethu Madurai are assured a place in the quarterfinals, and when asked about the targets for the final 2 group games, Joseph Naik mentioned all of them are working very hard in each training session, and they keep pushing each other forward to be better players, not just on the field but also off it. The focus has been the same: to play good football and play as a team. A chance for a cross out wide, no pace on it, and nicely cut out by the number 5 Astamurao, who captained the India under-17 women's national team. Hails from Jharkhand. Malvika, she will keep Pakpi on her toes over the course of 90 minutes of this game. Sethu Madurai with a 4-2-3-1. Dorcas Sikobe and Priyanka Devi are the double pivots. Sumati Kumari and Malvika on the two wings. Apurna Narzari playing in that number 10 role, slightly behind Kajol D'Souza, who is the side's top goal scorer with 9 goals. And robbed off here by Elizabeth. She's up against her former side. So as Devneta, her strike partner. No room for the shot. And quickly it closed down by a host of pink shirts. And this was Elizabeth.
From the start I said.
Played for Royal Rangers. She scored 5 goals this season. 6 goals last year for Sethu. And now Kajol D'Souza fetching the ball from deep. Priyanka Devi is there to help out. A challenge from behind on Sikobe. She is slightly dispossessed. And Kickstart have possession. Elizabeth operating from the left wing. She will look to cut inside and asking for the return from the number 14. Bibicha. She scored in 4 consecutive games for Kickstart this season. Bibicha Devi, she is on 4 goals. Elizabeth on 5. Kavya as well on 4 goals. And all those 4 strikes came against Churchill Brothers, and that was Kickstart's highest margin of victory of the season. Kickstart, on the other hand, they will be looking to grab all 3 points to overtake Sethu as group leaders and ensure a place in the knockouts. The Bangalore-based side arrive into this fixture on the back of a 4-game winning streak since losing to Eastern Sporting Union on their first outing. Kickstart will play their final group clash against CRPF on 13th May. Sethu Madurai will be up against Odisha FC, another big clash. The last 2 games are very vital for Sethu Madurai to make sure they end on top of Group B. Still, everything is in their hands in terms of how the Group B ends. They will want to keep this within their sights, within their reach. For that to happen, 3 points from this particular encounter is utmost important. Now this was the number 11 Malvika. Maibam Lintoi with a slight mistake. Winner of gold medal in the national games last year at this very particular venue. Best goalkeeper in the Hero Indian Women's League thrice. Earned a call up in the India Women's Senior National Team this year. Here is Sikobe. Runs into a green shirt. Saru Limbu tracking back to trouble Sikobe. Sonia Marak, another goal scoring option on the bench for Kickstart. Kavya looks slightly limping here. He maybe picked up a knock The number 99, she was once the highest goal scorer in the Karnataka Women's League. Looks like a change might be needed for Kickstart. And Kavya might have to come off. This is Kajol D'Souza. Both the number 8s getting into a battle of their own. Malvika up against Pakpi Devi. Sets up Kajol for the shot. It's just over. Goal kick for Kickstart. The first positive move of the game. First constructive build-up. Sethu Madurai almost getting in there from the edge of the 18-yard box. And that's the change I was talking about. Kavya taken off and Sonia Marak comes on. Sonia Barak contributed in Kickstart's 10-0 victory over Churchill Brothers. It's a good looking ball in, punched away by Anjila. And now it's out of the danger zone. Astha Murao carrying it forward into the feet of Elizabeth. Looking for options, finds room and spreads it into the path of the number 14, Bibicha Devi, who plays it infield for Saru Limbu. Back on the left wing, open for give and go. 3 waiting in the center, cross comes in and chance goes a begging. And Sonia Murak could have been a hero. Straight away coming off the bench, just inches away from the number 23. And not managing to apply the touch at the far post. It was a teasing delivery from the left hand side. And a big let off for Sethu Madurai. What a chance for Kickstart to take the lead here. A precise pass from Linthoi Gambi. Kickstart shaped up in a 4-4-2. Dali Machiba continuing in her unfamiliar centre back position. Trying to press the ball early, which is why she's been out of position. And that is something which Sethu Madurai will want to exploit. Dali Machiba going for that early press, leaving space behind her. For the likes of Kajol D'Souza and Malvika to get in behind and do the damage. Bibicha and Kavya just taken off. Sonia replacing her. Devneta Roy and Elizabeth up top. Astha Murao and Saru Limbu. Those two in the heart of midfield for Kickstart. Pakpi Devi and Bunty Sharma are the two fullbacks. And Dalima Chibber partnering Linthoi Gambi in central defense. Purnima Kumari and Gopadi are the centre back pairings for Sethu Madurai. Durga and Gladys are the two fullbacks. And the land of Jigar Thanda and the Minakshi Temple, the young girls of a football club established in Madurai Harbour. Welcome to Sethu FC, the winner of the 2019 Indian Women's League, the country's top professional women's football league. It has been a meteoric rise for Sethu, which opened its door to women only in 2016 and made the IWL semi-finals just 2 years after that. Played the finals last year, lost to Gokulam Kerala. That rise culminated in a 3-1 victory by a squad of women who hailed from villages and town across the length and breadth of Tamil Nadu over Manipur Police, a team from a state that has utterly dominated women's football in India with 19 senior women's national football championship titles. Here is Saru Limbu. Chase on here from Bibicha. She's got Gladys for company. Laid behind, cross comes in. Collected at the edge of the area, and Devneta, using her outstep, hits it on the stretch. The former Sethu Madurai striker could have done a lot better from that angle. She scored from a similar kind of angle last season. Had the confidence to do it once more. The number 23 hails from West Bengal. Played for Lord Zefe and the Rising Students Club of Odisha. Started with Shribhumi Sporting Club though, a side that competes in the Kanyashri Cup. Here is Dalima, known for her passing accuracy, known for her diagonal deliveries. And Asta Murao lets fly, and not troublesome for Anjila Subba. And that was the attempt. Sethu Madurai has just cast its net across the state, with many of its players in the current junior and senior squads having come through hostels run by the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, the state government, and have schemes to support sport persons and also set aside funds to make kits and equipments available to the players.
Gladys, see the player behind you here.
Elizabeth have seen a lot of the ball in the first quarter of the match. It was an easy collection for Anjila Subba. And no power on the shot. Here is Limbu. She played for Masha United in the Pakistan Women's Premier League. One international goal as well for Nepal. Scored against Sri Lanka in the SAF Championship. 24 years old. This is Naurem Priyanka Devi. She hails from Manipur. Was the emerging player of the Hero Indian Women's League last year. A couple of goals for the India senior side as well. And Devneta, she might get there before the number 14. Quickly closed down, but still the cross comes in. It was low. Easy gathering for Anjila. A stunning performance from Anjila against India in the semi-final of the SAF Championship last year at the Dashrath Stadium. Nepal were the hosts. They lost to Bangladesh in the final. A victory here, and Sethu Madurai will be confirmed group toppers from Group B. Is Priyanka holding off that challenge. Now the left full back Gladys, and that's wasteful. The Bangalore-based Kickstart has teams across all age groups and competes in the BDFA Super Division in the men's category, and it has the same in the women's category as well. And the club elegantly won the Karnataka Women's League and is ready to play in the IWL. For the second time this season, the club's effort to not view football as a one-gender sport has helped them take higher strides further in the ecosystem.
Dorcas, man behind
The
you,
management
Dorcas.
believes that the game does not differentiate based on the gender.
Ladies! Ladies! Durga!
Saru Limbu
Come on,
with the
can't be
try,
like that, can't be
and
that.
it was the Kenyan beautiful footwork.
Purnima, player in front of you.
Gets down the byline
That player.
and almost feeds Sonia Marak. Her initial attempt was blocked, and Saru Limbu quickly onto the second ball. With the best scoring chance of the first 19 minutes falling to Kickstart Football Club's Sonia Marak not managing to
Inside.
convert it.
Purnima, come. Good.
Running onto the ball, and now space has opened up for Elizabeth,
Purnima,
just
come
two
on,
whistles
come on,
wide.
Come on.
A good chance for Kickstart Football Club. Look at that pass. Astamurao capitalizing on the loose touch, and Elizabeth on the turn and not managing to hit the target. Yeah, cleverly done by the Kenyan. Selling one dummy, but couldn't hit it goalwards. A weak header. Saru Limbu. Bibicha Devi joins at the far post and not back into the penalty area.
Good. Come, Sumati.
A
Good.
layoff here for Saru Limbu.
Press up.
Bibicha.
Come, again. Yes, Sumati. Yes, move up.
Astham.
Yes,
Option
yes,
on the
Malvika,
left.
Yes, Malvika.
Plays it further up. Sonia Marak with a sharp turn. A player in green just lost her balance. Saru Limbu was shaping up for the shot, but tidy defending from Sethu Madurai. Kickstart dominating the ball here. Sethu Madurai got to weather the storm. Elizabeth
Good body.
doubled up quickly
Excellent work.
by a couple of pink shirts. One of the challenges of the Sethu Madurai side, the girls, most of them hailing from small towns, are faced with two immediate concerns:
Hold her.
the risk of injury and the question of employment. These are the first things that the parents ask
Man behind you.
when they scout
Man
new
behind you,
talents.
ladies.
Another ball in, and this time quite comfortably defended by Dorcas. Trying to get on the overlap and drawing a foul. Sumati Kumari
Ball is here. With the ball. That is with the ball. Okay. Bibisa, come on.
nudged at the back, the number 22.
Saru,
And Bibicha Devi is the player guilty.
Sethu, तुम ले लो. Lido. Goalie.
Cross delivered into the penalty area. Cleared away just at the edge of the 18-yard box. Here they come once more. Sethu Madurai. Now and Priyanka Devi stays on side. Delivers a perfect cross. Might be a chance for Kajol.
Hey, Poppy.
And almost
Hey, Poppy.
squeezing it in.
Hey, Poppy.
Good goalkeeping from Linthoi Gambi. Slightly sloppy defending from Pakpi Devi. Deflection falling for the number 8, Kajol D'Souza.
Behind you. Ladies, say, Sumati.
But a brave goalkeeping from Maibam. Turning away from her marker. A strong defending
Play, Sumate.
from Dorcas, a very hard-working player in midfield. Played for Osirian in the Kenyan Super League. Snigdha Mondal, the referee from Kolkata, officiating her first game in Trans Stadia this season. It's been a pretty quiet game so far, apart from one clear-cut scoring chance. Kickstart will have to do a whole lot more here if they are to disturb the scoreline against Sethu Madurai.
Girls, come on.
Both the teams conceded equal number of goals.
We have them, come on.
And Kickstart have scored 21, whereas Sethu Madurai have scored 25. Pretty close are the stats.
Supporter, who is there to support her? Go, Dorcas, receive. Man there.
Dorcas Sikobe, using her strength, loses out to Devneta.
Go, Kajal, go inside. Sumati, go inside. Sumati, go inside. Hey, Priyanka, no man. You have the space.
I was once having a word with Sethu's development coordinator, Sakthival, and he mentioned that the first hurdle is to convince the families that this is a good career option, that there exists life beyond the world of engineering and doctors, the Southern Railways and police officer openings, but those have dwindled and cannot keep up with the number of women taking up the sport, so that makes it hard
Give the ball, guys, good. We're playing good, come on. Yeah,
for them to pitch the sport to families. Another concern is the injuries and the fear of long-term damages. They have an insurance policy of few lakhs in place for each player, primarily to assure the families and players that if anything were to happen, they will be there to handle it. There's a guide on from Elizabeth.
Come on, girls.
The flag went up against
Give the ball.
the Kenyan from that early cross. There she is. Slightly onside. So after the cooling break, here at the Tan Stadia, it's Kickstart FC Karnataka nil, Sethu Madurai FC nil. Kickstart Football Club much better in terms of rotating the ball round, in terms of creating a chance for goal and taking a couple of shies from distance. Sethu Madurai yet to enter the final third. It looks to be much superior Kickstart, and these are the chances for the women's in green. That heavy touch from Malvika spoiling the move, and then a layoff for Kajol D'Souza, making a run inside the fullback, and this was the glorious opportunity for Devneta. Outstretched attempt went over the crossbar, and now fancy footwork from Elizabeth feeds Sonia Marak inside the box.
Inside.
Defending in tandem at the back are Sethu Madurai and Elizabeth from a sharp angle, pulling it wide. And this was a chance for Sethu Madurai at the other end. So both the teams creating a scoring opportunity in the first half. Kajol D'Souza missing it. Chauba Devi looks to be very, very vocal in terms of motivating her side for a strong performance. And there she is, Kiyoko Elizabeth. 5 strikes under her belt for Kickstart. The first one was against Odisha FC. Scored a breast against Churchill Brothers in the next game. Goals in successive games for Elizabeth. So as for Dorcas Sikobe, who is on 5. So first half an hour gone, still no goals here at the Trans Stadia. It's locked at 0-0. Priyanka Davies, the forward ball might change that. But Dalima Chipper is very, very alert. And the Hero Indian Women's League's group stage is approaching its business end with just 2 rounds to go. Only Sethu FC have guaranteed their place in the quarterfinals, and 7 spots are still up for grabs. Now Elizabeth drifting down the wings in full cry, the Kenyan. A full-blooded challenge from Sethu Madurai's number 18. Here is Dorcas Sikobe.
Guys, focus there, focus there, focus there.
Can Kickstart make this set piece count? Pakpi Devi's delivery. The keeper came out, couldn't collect. This time gets good height on the cross. Brought it down. Nicely done. Wrong foots her marker. And Sonia Marak, just by a whisker, floats it over goal. Look at that takedown, and there's that dummy to the number 22, Sumati Kumari.
Yes, yes. Ref.
Look into this time and again. Priyanka. Oh, the ball was slightly spinning straight into the grasp of Linthoi Gambi. Both the teams' midfield yet to settle down. The Madurai side are the only team with a perfect record with 5 wins, while defending champions Gokulam are the only other unbeaten side, leading with 13 points. Kavya threads it through. Beautifully done by Dalima Chibba, using all her experience. Linthoi Kambi. Saru Limbu rolls it forward for Elizabeth. Up against with her was a green shirt in Devneta.
Malvika. Elliot. Elliot.
And this was the chance, an outstretched challenge. Perfectly timed. Wins the ball clearly. Durga. Gokulam Kerala's top goal scorer Sabitra Bhandari has taken this season's Hero Indian Women's League, meeting 15 goals in 5 appearances. Was also the top scorer in 2019-20 season
Control the ball.
after not participating in the league last year due to an injury. She has now returned all guns blazing and seems unpredictable at the moment.
Yeah, good. Good. Come there. Come there. Come there. Sumati, come.
Shaping up for a cross, goes low. Set up for the number 8, Saru Limbu. She'll want to forget that. Chauba Devi up against her senior counterpart Joseph Naik. Oh, given away cheaply. Elizabeth
Come, body. Don't hold.
Devneta.
Hold her. Yes.
To the right of goal. Left on the deck. Cross comes in.
Body. Body. Good.
Just a stayed far too ahead of the striker who was approaching.
Come on.
Making that high interception. Malvika quickly tracked by Sadhu. This is Joseph Naik. He will be slightly worried given the fact his side yet to score in this game. And now in the clear to the left of goal, plays it across and inches away from the opening goal for Sethu Madurai. And the number 22 Sumati Kumari with a big chance of heading her team in front. She missed it completely, but what about that for a ball from Priyanka Devi? A delightful pass played by Priyanka Devi towards number 22. Chances at both ends. Pibicha. Gladys given away to Limbu. Tracking her is the number 10 Priyanka, who gets a boot in. A throw in for Kickstart. Look at that, just waited for the ball, just waited for the right moment to throw a boot in and get the ball into touch for a throw in.
Girls, not focus.
Cross is flat, still meets it. That was Sonia Marak with the header. So far, another Nepalese, Savitra Bhandari, taken the season's Hero Indian Women's League by storm, netting 19 goals in 6 games. She was also the top goal scorer in the 2019-20 edition for the Malabarians after not participating in the league last year due to an injury. She has now returned, all guns blazing, and seems uncatchable at the moment. And Kajol D'Souza already having a stellar debut season in the IWL. Sethu Madurai, the champions of 2018 and runners-up last season, have turned to the rising generation. This time building a squad composed of mostly national youth team players. Impressive performance from the likes of Naurem Priyanka, Sumati Kumari, Puranarzari and Sunita Munda, among many others, so far proved the decision to rely on youngsters. Last ditch tackle from the centre back, Bunty Sharma. Otherwise, she was in the clear. Kajol D'Souza, Bunty Sharma puts it behind for a corner kick. Both the defense, in fact, looks very tight. Not finding a pink shirt on the end of that pass. Here's Kickstart. Can she galvanize something from this region? And this is where Sonia Marak, she is so dangerous.
Ladies, see the player behind you. Come on.
Now in steps Limbu. A deflection and cleaning up the danger. Here's a Sethu Madurai defense. This is Pakpi Devi. Likes to go on the overlap, but
Move up.
Sumati Kumari and Malvika keeping her busy down that side. There's a fine attempt from Saru Limbu, just palmed away by Anjila. And Sethu Madurai concedes a corner. That was certainly dipping in from Saru Limbu. And the two Nepalese internationals against each other. Saru Limbu with the attempt and Anjila with the save. This time chance at the back post. Is defended away. The danger is still lurking though. Has the attempt taken a deflection? It seems like it hasn't. And everybody missing the ball in the center. A deflection of a pink shirt. A fallen for Bibicha. And in the end, Sonia Marak couldn't hit the target at least. There was that moment. In Group B, the last season's third placed side, Kickstart and debutants Odisha FC. They've been in great form. Moving to Kickstart's 2-0 win over the Bhubaneswar-based side. That was Odisha's only hiccup in what has been a very strong campaign so far, with as many as 10 different goal scorers contributing to their 25 goals. And Crispin Chetri's side have been the perfect example of a well-oiled unit. For Kickstart, it was a difficult start to the season with a 0-1 defeat to Eastern Sporting. The Bangalore side, led by Dalima Chibba, have bounced back in style, racking 4 wins on a trot since then, with the Kenyan forward Kiyoko Elizabeth scoring all of those games. As things stand, Eastern Sporting Union and CRPF set to battle for the quarter-final spot from Group B. They are meeting at the Trans Stadia today, proving to be very vital. It is a virtual playoff for the knockout stages. This was Asta Morao with a try. There was a hint of handball, but nicely controlled by the number 5, who comes from Jharkhand. A 50-50 chance Both of them went for the ball. There was no malice intended. Player in green looks to be in a lot of agony. Sonia Marak. We are just a couple of minutes away from the regulated 45 in the first half. Still no goals between Kickstart and Sethu Madurai. Even a point will be enough for Sethu Madurai and give them a chance to finish on top. The players once again getting hydrated. There is no matchup in terms of size between Sethu's number 26 and then halfway inside the Sethu Madurai area. Elizabeth pushed behind. Astamurao. Deflection almost falling to a green shirt. Smacked clearance. Dalima plays it across to her fullback. This is Bunty Sharma. And now runs ahead of Maka almost. Hot on the heels of Sumati Kumari. Was Devneta Roy. Today's fourth official, Furkila Mubhutia, showing 6 minutes of added time in the first half. There's been a half of good opportunities for either of the sides. Devneta Roy missing one early for Kickstart. And as for Sethu Madurai, they also had their share of chances. Dalima sprays it up top. No intensity in terms of moving the ball around. Elizabeth. Bibicha. Dalima this time her effort is blocked off. Not allowing Kickstart to send those balls inside the penalty mark. When Kickstart started, had a few, but now so many, not only numbers but also in terms of creativity. Is the number 8 of Sethu Madurai. And Kajol D'Souza hustled off the ball. This proves to be a lovely deflection for Devneta, slipping in Elizabeth. Takes the touch slightly wider. And then she could have liked.
Talk to her. Talk to her.
A chance to score from this corner before going into the breather. Bhatt's ball in. For a moment, Anjila looks to be in all sorts of trouble. But the knockback didn't work out from Bibicha. And it goes out for another corner. Here was that outswinging floater. The ball was dipping. Angela completely misjudged the flight of the ball. Sonia's corner. A good headed clearance. A snapshot hits the hoarding.
Come on, girls, come on. No, no, let it, no. Apurna, yes, good.
Angela Suba is the first choice keeper in the Nepalese women's team. Plays her club football for Nepal Armed Police Force. Comfortable so far, just inviting Sethu Madurai for the press. And now under trouble here, Linthoi Gambi caught in possession. Kajol stepping in, slightly behind Priyanka, but it's towards the number 9. Goes one way then the other and draws a wonderful save of Linthoi Gambi, the goalkeeper. And Apurna Nursery with a brilliant attempt. Goes inside, then comes back outside, and then taking the shot from a very sharp angle. That was almost creeping into the bottom corner, just pushed away by Maibam Linthoi.
Oh, no! Body. That's too high.
Bibicha.
Come now. Yes, good.
A great understanding between those two on the right hand side, and Devneta has been fouled by Gopadi, and free kick for Kickstart FC.
Apurna, be on the first one. First one, Kajol, come.
And there was that challenge, stamping on her right foot.
Yeah, go.
The number 4.
Body.
Podi is the player who is guilty for giving away the free kick in a good position.
Center.
4 player in pink making up for the wall. Sarulimbu, she already scored directly from a free kick, and Dorcas Sikobe
Come on,
with a great
Good.
piece of defending there. Past the first challenge,
Good.
in towards Devneta. Couldn't get it out of her feet. It came in with a lot of pace,
Apurna, come on.
and it was difficult for Devneta to bring that ball under control. So half time then at the Trans Stadia, and the Southern Derby has lived up to its billing. The scoreline might be 0-0, but plenty of opportunities in the first half for falling for either of the sides. One good save from Angela, keeping Sarulimbu at bay, her countrymate. Chances also falling for Devneta and Apurna Nursery of Sethu Madurai, and almost finding the target, but Maibam Linthoi with a wonderful save. Sumati Kumari missing the target by a whisker. These are the first half highlights. Kajol D'Souza just with the one opportunity to shoot at goal. This was the most closest of the chances that have been created in the first half. Elizabeth as well created that yard for herself. Priyanka Devi's cross, and Kajol hitting Linthoi Maibam from a close range. Bodies on the line. Purna Nursery. This is how she created this chance. A twinkle-toed Dalima Chibber. When we come back after the break, it's gonna be the second half. Welcome back to the live coverage of the Hero Indian Women's League 2022-23 from the Trans Stadia Stadium in Ahmedabad, and it's 0-0 between Sethu Madurai and Kickstart FC Karnataka. Devneta Roy in the first half, wasteful for Kickstart in the first half, and that needs to be changed. And Kajol had a glorious chance, but Maibam pulled off a stunning save from close range. And Saru Limbu tested Anjila from distance, and Sumati Kumari narrowly missing the target. And these are the summaries of the first half. And now we step into another 45 minute the league to be played in a group cum knockout format, and the winners goes through to the AFC Women's Club Championship. It has been an entertaining game, lot of goal mouth action, and I think tactically it is lot more interesting how they go about, given that most of them are young players and they can apply from what coaches have told them. Very different kind of style observed when the players walk in. It's positive reinforcements. Continuously, these are the little things these players will turn into big takeaways. And we are off then with the second half.
Move now.
Both teams will be looking to start afresh. Attempted cross from the number 26, the right full back of Sethu Madurai, Durga. I haven't seen her overlap much in the first half. Both the full backs of Sethu Madurai sitting deep and trying to tie up Bibicha and Sonia Marak. And Dorcas Sikobe as well, trying to stay closer to the defense, add that extra protective layer in front of the back four. She's got a wonderful physique, a towering presence in midfield. Kickstart now, trying to build something from the right. Battling for it, Apurna Narzari. Saru Limbu takes it away from Sethu Madurai's number 9, just 19 years old, comes from Kokrajhar, Assam, a beautiful place in the northeastern state of India. She scored 6 goals last year for Indian Arrows, a couple of Hero of the Match awards. Scored a hat-trick against Odisha Police. Represented the India under-20 team. 6 appearances, 4 goals scored, and 5 appearances for the senior side as well. And recently played for Kerala Blasters in the Kerala Women's League. Joseph Nayak must have said the right things during the break. His team not been able to play the brand of football which they are known for. So far, Kickstart having a slight edge in terms of the gameplay in this game. The ball is floated in the area. It's half cleared, falls for Limbu. Anjila collects it. One stunning save in the first half, keeping her team in the game. Both the goalkeepers, in fact, have had one nervy moment in the first half. The number 26 gets to it first. Elizabeth, she's been kept quiet so far by her former side. She had made sure that the club allegiances are forgotten. The old club allegiances rather. Spent a couple of years with Sethu Madurai, the Kenyan. Just trying to calm down. Gopadi, Snigdha model having a word with the centre back. And Sethu Madurai taking their time, trying to quell the momentum that Kickstart have been gaining over the last 3.5 odd minutes of the second half. The likes of Apurna Nadzari and Priyanka Devi and Dorcas Sikobe, they need to step up. Priyanka clips it over the top. Dalima is there taking help from Maibam, and now they'll look to build up from the back. Maibam takes the aerial route, cut out by a pink shirt. A throw in. Here is Linthoi Gambi, being rock solid alongside Dalima Chiba at centre back for Kickstart. Dalima Chiba, of course, during her college days, played for Manitoba Bisons in Canada. That's a great ball over the top. Kept in play here. And a cynical challenge from behind by Gladys. And a free kick awarded to Kickstart. And the number 14, Bibicha, just getting caught out there by Gladys. Look at that. She almost got the better of the number 6. And Gladys had no other option other than bringing her down. A chance for Kickstart now. And a yellow card comes out. The first booking of the game. Anastha Morao, the India sub-junior international, will be taking this free kick. She has got the aerial presences inside the box. The likes of Elizabeth, Devneta Roy, Bibicha and Sarulimbu, all of them are present. Dorcas Sikobe will have a huge role to play in terms of defending this set piece. The ball delivered away from Anjila, not too far though. Sets up for a shot, and it comes straight into the hands of the number 16. It was Dalima Chiba with the attempt from 20 yards out. And coming to the rescue, Anjila once more for Sethu Madurai, and Saru Limbu taking that attempt. That was clumsy from Limbu. Just above the halfway area. Swung into the danger zone. Sumati Kumari's back header. Easy collection for Maibam Linthoi. There it is. A flick header from Sumati. One goal for her this season. Sumati Kumari. She scored in the Southern Derby already, Sumati Kumari, against Lord Zefe, the side from Kerala. Surprisingly, they lost to Churchill Brothers who are second last now in Group B. Their first victory, their first ever victory in the history of the Hero Indian Women's League. And Elizabeth, nicely done there. And the ball has eventually gone out of play. What looked like a promising move comes to an abrupt halt. The ball just crossing the line. Both the clubs have one thing in similar. They want to give an opportunity to the underprivileged to experience and discover the spirit of brotherhood, outlook and desire to dream big, and the endeavor to promote football at all levels, schools, colleges and corporate in the society, and put India on the world footballing map is what the club dream of achieving in the coming years. Saru Limbu left Priyanka for dead into the corner. Picks out Elizabeth on the left edge of the penalty area. There it is. Both the African players getting involved. It was the number 26 Durga with a foot in. Kickstart picks up a corner. Failed to create anything from the set pieces. That trend could change here from this corner, but the trend continues. It was an in-swing floater, but too much in-swing from Pakpi Devi. Nothing separating the two teams in this blockbuster clash. Great turn of pace here from Sumati Kumari. She's waiting for options to arrive in the center, just too far away from the number 11 Malavika. Can she gather it though at the other end? Not quite. It trickles out for a throw-in. And almost switching off at the back. Kickstart. Elizabeth. Bibicha with a poor touch first and then recovers. Limbu takes over and the ball just escaping Sonia Marak. It comes all the way to the number 22, and now Elizabeth runs into a Purna nursery. Priyanka with the challenge puts Bibicha off. Ball is with Gaupadi now. She is on a yellow. Sikobe tries to take it on to her favorite side. It will be easily defended by Purnima Kumari. She's been the mainstay at the back of Sethu Madurai. Oh, beautiful footwork. Sumati Kumari, this is where she's so dangerous. And the last touch coming off Dalima. A corner for Sethu Madurai. She is turning on the afterburn. Sumati Kumari looking very, very threatening in the second half. A couple of mazy runs from the left wing. Dalima slightly furious with her defense. Priyanka Devi delivers away from the number 3, Lingthoi Gambi. Arranging it on the left wing, but Limbu carries. Apurna Narzari wins it and gives it away almost immediately. Bunty Sharma down the line for Devneta. A lot of scoring options for Sethu Madurai on the bench. Sunita Munda this season with couple of goals. Evie Faith, another Kenyan forward available for Sethu. Misha Bandari, Priya Darshini, all of them have got goals this year for Sethu. On the flip side, Renuka got on the score sheet for Kickstart. Another import from Nepal. We are approaching the hour mark. It's still deadlocked at the Trans Stadia. Fastina and Bania giving Odisha FC a 2-0 cushion against CRPF. Saw the keeper slightly advanced. Bright idea from Elizabeth. Lacked in direction. A clumsy clearance from Durga, and almost proving to be very costly for the number 26. Luckily that wasn't on target. Slightly animated on the bench, Joseph Nayak didn't like the quality of the challenge on the number 26. That was the incident. This time pushed at the back of Durga. A free kick given away in a harmless area. Kickstart will be okay with it. The first change of the game, and Devneta Roy will be replaced by the number 20 Oinam Babita Devi. And the second change of this game made by Chauba Devi. The first one was a forced one. Kavya had to be replaced due to an injury. Now Malvika, great takedown from the number 11. Sikobe, lot of space for her to curl this one. And Maitham Linthoi just stopping it right in front of her. And luckily there was no pink shirt present inside the box. And now time for Sethu to blink as well. They are also getting a change ready. Sunita Munda could be the right player to be brought down at this point of time. Now Elizabeth looking for that link-up play with the number 20 Babita Devi. Comes out to Bibicha. Asta Morao with a clever ball in. It was only clever by half. And Sunita Munda will come on for Malavika. She's got tremendous space, Sunita Munda. We saw her during the SAF Championship last year in Jamshedpur. Very proactive down the right channel. Now Limbu just going past Babita's way. Anjila playing out from behind. Back in towards Devneta. Losing out the physical battle. Too strong on that challenge was Sikobe. And now Sunita Munda with her first touch and almost setting up a pink shirt. Still a chance. An empty net. Can she tap it in? Goal mouth chaos. Bodies on the line kind of stuff. And finally Kickstart can breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, what a moment for Sethu Madurai. The goalkeeper Linthoi was well and truly beaten. A great ball whipped in by Sunita Munda. Just had to touch it in. Kajol D'Souza.
Play, खेल उसको.
She's been wasteful for the second time in front of goal this evening. The second highest scorer of this edition of the Hero Indian Women's League. This was the ball. A challenge from behind. Both the players missing it. Sunita Munda was heavily involved. The ball's just getting stuck
मुंडा.
under her foot.
Dorcas.
Slightly unlucky on that occasion. The rub of the green not going their way. That could well have been the first goal of this game. Sethu Madurai have come the closest to scoring in this game a couple of times already. A kickstart on the flip side only once. Nothing so far in the second half. Pakpi Devi continues to stay up. It's turning out to be an enticing affair. Pakpi against Durga. Sikobe. That back pass was quite risky and almost playing with fire was Purnima Kumari. Women's football has been given a fresh look and create improved economic opportunities by the AIFF. They have taken up the task of revamping the Hero Indian Women's League starting next season. Just a bit too much on the cross, touched out by the number 26 Durga. There were a couple of green shirts waiting behind her and not taking any kind of risk whatsoever. And nonetheless, a safety first approach from the Sethu Madurai defense. Look at that. The number 22 was empty just behind Durga. Didn't try to do anything different. The number 26. A great piece of defending from Sikobe. Makes a very crucial intervention. Once more. That's poor from the Kenyan. Sarulimbu. A chance for a cross. Sonia's delivery. And Angela has lost it and cleared off the line. Gladys with a brilliant save. Angela almost lost it from Sonia's cross. Look at that. The ball was almost travelling towards the number 20, Babita. And cleared off the line by a pink shirt, preventing Oinam Babita from getting a touch. Collected by Elizabeth. Now Limbu. Apurna's challenge comes out strong. Chance to counter. Linthoi Gambu has got yards advantage and upon Kajol D'Souza. She's been very quiet in this game. Trying to up the ante. Kickstart. They are establishing control over proceedings. Midway point of the second half. Can shoot on the turn. Sonia nodded back in. And Angela smothers it. Top 8 participating teams in the Indian Women's League from next season to have minimum 10 Indian players on a fully professional annual contract with a worth of minimum 3.2 lakhs, having arrived at the decision and the All India Football Federation Executive Committee on 14th April at the Football House. Priyanka. Can they hit kickstart on the break? Sethu Madurai through the middle, Apurna Narzari tried to slip in Kajol, standing tall. The kickstart defense. Now a breakaway move at the other end. Ball played forward is wasteful from Limbu. Kajol D'Souza applying pressure on Pakpi Devi, standing her ground pretty well. The number 2, brilliant defensive work. Throw in for Sethu Madurai, which will be taken after this cooling break. Still no goals yet in the Southern Derby. And it's Kickstart FC nil, Sethu Madurai nil. Chances at both ends, both the teams not taking their chances. I'll show you the chances that have been created so far in this game. This was an earlier try. Linthoi had those angles covered. Sunita Munda with a glorious run from the left wing, and both the occasions not finding her intended target, Sikobe. But this was the best chance for Sethu Madurai of the second half. Once again Kajol D'Souza making a mess of it, and Sonia with this teasing cross. Babita not managing to get the decisive touch. Saru Limbu mostly remembered for her strike against Sri Lanka in the SAF Championship last season at the Dasharath Stadium. Dorcas Sikobe, she's been the main player for Sethu Madurai in terms of providing that midfield stability, and also drops back to reinforce the defense. Plays a very vital role in midfield, and just allowing freedom to the likes of Priyanka Devi and Apurna Narzari to go forward. They know when they go forward chasing inside the opposition's half, they've got a trusted midfield partner in Dorcas Sikobe, defending behind them, always at the right position. Another high interception from Durga. Now she's out of position, and Elizabeth, nothing comes off it. So that's that for Apurna Narzari, and Kiran Pisda comes on. A very hard working midfielder, Apurna Narzari, And now Dali Machuba in set piece duties for Kickstart. Goes directly for goal and lands into the top of the net. Not getting the curl she was looking for. Too much elevation on it. Oh, nicely done there. Gladys couldn't hold on to the ball for too long. The team in pink. The last quarter of the game. Will there be a late winner? It has opened up here for Elizabeth. Plays it towards Sonia. And that free space in the middle quickly closed down by the pink shirts. And it's defended quite comfortably by the Sethu Madurai defense. Sikobe with the intervention. A very crucial touch from the Kenyan. Just had to pull herself away from the marker. And the Sonia still doesn't have the experience. And not managing to outfox the Sethu Madurai defense from that particular range. And all top strikers across the globe, you'll see them check their run. Sethu Madurai defense expected her to make the run inside the 6-yard box, which she did. I could have checked her run to avoid the marker. It is something that grows with age. The more you play at this level. Durga with the throw in. Ball in, and that looks offside. She was slightly ahead of Linthoi Gambi. Kajol D'Souza. The Maharashtra girl represented the state of Maharashtra in the 64th and 65th National School Games in 2018 and 2019. And obtained a full scholarship at La Liga Football School to Spain in 2019. She was also part of India's under-17 FIFA World Cup. And 17 years old. Dali Machuba will be looking to make this set piece count. They've had plenty of chances from the set piece. Almost finding Elizabeth with that free kick. And excellent in the air. The Sethu Madurai defense. Into the path of Sonia. Towards the byline. And Dalima was asking for the return. And the plan not working out. Foiled by the number 26 Durga. Pakpi Devi. Limbu. And Limbu from distance, just over again from the number 8. A couple of times she's had a shooting opportunity from that sort of a distance, but not managing to hit the target, apart from one occasion late in the first half where she tested Anjila. This is a good chance.
Ja, 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 again, ja, 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 muda, ja.
The defenders just steps
Muda.
across Dalima
Come.
with a very vital touch back towards Maibum. And a switching play out wide on the far side is Bibicha. And away from Gladys. Gladys recovers and gets the block in place. And corner for Sethu for Kickstart Football Club. Double change and getting ready for Kickstart. Bunty Sharma. And ball delivered towards the near post. Just hoping for some kind of glance at the near post. The ball is re-delivered. And involved was the number 22. A high boot. A free kick goes Sethu Madurai's way. And the number 10, Elizabeth, will be replaced by the number 9, Anita Kumari. And the Nepalese international Renuka also coming on. Sonia Marak replaced. Renuka has been summoned. Renuka did come on as a substitute of Kavya in the first half. Failed to make any impact apart from one good cross in the second half. Bibicha flicks it over. Bibicha inside the box. Just away from the Sethu defense. That's disappointing from Dalima. More out of frustration. A point here for either of the sides. Sethu Madurai will remain at the top with 16 points. Kickstart will remain third as well with 13 points because Odisha FC are expected to win. A win will take them just a point adrift of Sethu Madurai to 15. It's so closely contested. The battle for the top spot in Group B. In Group A, it's quite sorted. Gokulam Kerala will be ending as the group leaders.
Good ball. Come again, Muda.
We'll come back with the last round matches of the group fixtures on the 12th and on 13th. The final 2 days of group games before we kick off the quarterfinals from 16th. A flurry of games lined up this weekend. Amrutha this season is working under Chauba Devi. She was the head coach of Kickstart last season. And Suren Chetri is guiding Joseph Nayak. Suren was in charge of the Arrows side, which was disbanded by the All India Football Federation this season. Suren Chetri as a head coach won the SAF Under 20 Championship in Bhubaneswar last season. That looks quite tight. Flag is up against Anita Kumari. And there you go. And now playing in the number 25. This is looking promising. Kiran Pisda quickly doubled up. And outnumbered on the far side. Anita with a toe poke. It's still in play. For a second she thought that it might go out. Surprisingly the ball stayed in. And that's poor from Anjila. Great anticipation from Sikobe. Just protecting Sethu Madurai's defense line. Almost a glaring mistake from Anjila from that kick. Just about less than 4 minutes of regulation time left. Will there be a late drama in this game? Tired legs out there. She scuffed it, the number 20. The newcomer, Babita. Goes for that crossfield ball. The right position was Pakpi Devi. She hardly puts a foot wrong, the number 2. Almost a commentator's curse. She gave away the ball. Nicely taken away by Kiran Pisda. Priyanka Devi into the path of Sumati. Now flying down the right. A cross comes in. Easily defended. Linthoi Gambi with the clearance. Anita Kumari. Saru Limbu. Babita with a clever back heel. Only towards a pink shirt. Not finding her teammate. Sikobe using her physique to good effect. A chase on here. The number 6 winning it. Renuka. Here comes Kickstart. The players approaching inside the box, creates room for the cross. The clearance from the number 3 Purnima Kumari. Bibicha Devi's cross sent out for a corner. They are lacking in variation from the set piece. Quite predictable. And they got to try and do something different here. And now Kajol D'Souza is 3-on-1. She's all by herself on the far side, waiting for support to arrive. It does arrive, but she lost the sight of the ball. Quickly closed down by Renuka, who was tracking her all the way from inside her own half. Priyanka Good headed away. Anita Kumari, Limbu. Anita for support. She's got Babita alongside. A lot of time is going to be added on. 8 minutes to the regulated 90. Still a lot of time to find a winner. 8 minutes indeed is a lot of time. Just sitting deep. Sethu Madurai and looking to hit Kickstart on the break. Rock solid in defense, Linto Igambi. For Sethu Madurai, look at that. She was tasked with the responsibility of marking Kajol D'Souza, which she did quite comfortably. It's been a difficult outing for the number 8 of Sethu Madurai, and not finding any joy whatsoever apart from one opportunity in the first half where she could have buried it. And a striker of her caliber is expected to score from that sort of range. Just an off day in the office. Still about 6.5 odd minutes left. Will there be a late drama? A move building up. Bibicha's cross, it's low and hard, but Angela comes out. Southern derby between Kickstart and Sethu Madurai is still 0-0. And the side from Karnataka taking on the side from Tamil Nadu. Will this be a chance? The flag just going up against Sunita Munda. Priyanka Devi with that route 1 ball into the box. Into the chest of Babita. Anita arrives for support. Close to her is Saru Limbu. Pulls away into space down the center is the number 7 Renuka. No such intensity though from Kickstart in terms of moving the ball around. You got to get the ball into the box with minimum touches as seconds stick by. Just denying the spaces between the lines. The Sethu Madurai players, just forcing them to work the ball from side to side. Looks to be in control with the shape. The team in pink. They have made up their mind to come away with at least a point from this game. That will keep them unbeaten in the Hero Indian Women's League since 28th May 2022. Just the halfway mark of injury time. Another 4 remaining. Will there be a twist in the tail? Doesn't look so by the body language of the players. Linthui was called into action. She's out of position, and Kiran Pizda saw that from distance. But that was a difficult shot to execute. And Purnima Kumari positioned herself excellently. Kiran's touch. Linthui. And now in steps the number 12. Chance here for Sethu Madurai. Just a tad too long for Kajol D'Souza. That was Sunita Munda with the pass in for the number 8. Just taken off the feet of the on-rushing striker. Purnima Kumari got to shield it, which she does with a lot of confidence. Priyanka. That's been deemed as a foul and free kick for Sethu Madurai. Last couple of minutes of this game. Durga pumps it in just on the edge of the area. Long strides from Sikobe. Just Dalima Chiba just asking her teammates to push up. She will deliver this straight into the box. A strong header. A chance on the counter for Sethu. Makes a meal of it. Priyanka Devi. Anita saw that gap. Didn't carry it to Bibicha. Down the right wing. Anita again. Renuka. This is Astamurao. Linthui Gambi. Renuka. Sarulimbu. Kiran Pizda. This is Anita Kumari. Puts a break on her run. Renuka goes for goal. Comfortable for Anjila. Gonna be the last action of this game. Maybe one last attack for Sethu Madurai. Durga on to Sunita Munda. No progress around down the right hand side. Comes in field. A long range attempt. Just off target, and with that we have come to the end of this game. Full time whistle from today's referee Snigdha Mondal. And both the teams sharing a point each, and the Southern Derby ends in a 0-0. A draw here taking Sethu Madurai to 16 points, and they remain on top. They'll have to win their remaining game as well against Odisha FC to confirm the top spot and make sure they qualify from Group B as the group toppers. And Kickstart, a draw here taking their points tally to 13 points from 6 matches. Bibicha had a great game for Kickstart. Down the right wing, she made a lot of avenues for the side from Karnataka. But it's been a tale of missed chances from both ends. A crucial game kicked off at the Trans Stadia. Sethu Madurai with an early chance, and Malvika, a couple of good runs, sets up Kajol D'Souza. And this was At the moment, Devneta just had to touch it in. Looked pretty dangerous. A couple of attacks launched in patches by Kickstart. This was a cross and Kajol going the closest to score. Linthoi pulling off a stunning save. And Sumati from a sharp angle hitting it wide. And Apurna Narzari's low attempt. And a good save from Linthoi Gambi. The Golden Glove winner of the Hero Indian Women's League 2021. Sumati continued with her rich form in the second half as well. This was Sunita Munda's delivery. Kajol not managing to keep her composure and touch it in. Sonia's cross troubling Anjila, but Babita couldn't get the touch. This was nicely defended by the Sethu Madurai defenders in the end, keeping their cool, not panicking and making a comfortable clearance. And today's hero of the match is the number 14, Laishram Bibicha Devi of Kickstart. Goals in 4 consecutive games for the number 14, and that streak ends here as she is awarded a cheque of 15,000 rupees. The youngster from Manipur. So at full time, it's Kickstart FC nil, Sethu Madurai nil.